Hi teacher, how are you? My name is Harold Lozano. I'm CEO and co-founder of EasyWay Plus. I think in this first week of class, I didn't were in the class, so I didn't send you at the time um, my my resume. But I would like to start this presentation in the occasion that you can see me, the face. Make my little resume and send you the reasons of because of why I'm taking this class. So um, I'm studying international business management in the 60th semester. I actually have company Easyway Plus SAS. We make digital marketing solutions for companies that would like to present their service in a web page or in maybe Facebook, Instagram, Google AdWords, etc. to cap and position it in new clients. I like this class because I have been in the industry of marketing for years. It's an industry that I really love. That I like to know people, not just from Colombia. I know people in Mexico, in Peru, in Argentina, that are very relevant in marketing. So I really appreciate all the acknowledgements that I could receive about it because um, it's a way to improve my capacities in the way that I can communicate and I can talk with them and have too much um, um, things in common. So this is the reason why. So I would like to start with my presentation of international marketing in the 50th case. In the case, I'm going to talk about Tom Brand's overcoming cultural resistance. I really like this thing because I'm studying a profundization in sociology, and the cultural resistance is something that um, that I really like to explore. It's the few things that I really like in this career of sociology. So I'm going to start um, with, with this quote: "Only 10 millions of 1.7 billion eligible women in the world currently use tampons." Why I'm using it? Because I think that is a very important tool. It's a very important tool in the way to analyze the two questions that coming above. So the first question is, Tom Brands indicated that the goal of its global advertising plan was to market each closer in a similar way. This goal, should P&G continue with Tom Brands' original goal adapted to the new educational program? Why and why not? Okay, so to analyze it, what we are going to do first, um, I'm going to show you three segmentation in three clusters that Tampons were um, were making their strategy about. So the first cluster is the all the clusters are about a geographical location, and the first one is in United States, United Kingdom, and Australia. The second cluster is in France, Israel, and South Africa, and the third one is Brazil, China, and Russia. Um, okay, now that we know the three clusters that they said in the in the lecture, so taking care about the first quote, we could affirm in this point that the clusters are differentiated in the moment of each country. Why or what I would like to uh, communicate with that. The closer one are we are talking about United States, United Kingdom, and Australia. Three countries that are industrialized, where the women have more freedom, more power negotiation, where the women have been ranked by very successful women, and all the boom of the women were in their momentum. So um, we could see as positioned market in the scale of a product. So closer to we're talking about intermediate countries as France, Israel, and South Africa, that maybe not all the women are more free and have open mind and this kind of thing. And the third one that were countries in which women maybe were oppressed, like oppression, like oppressed, like not listening, that don't have much aspiration for the future because of the environment they were. So mm, why I relationate the first quote, because we're talking that in this moment only one of 17 one of 17 women use tampon, and as we could know in the closers, we could see that in this market the women maybe don't have the information to not to use the product, maybe just were the early adopters that were knowing about the product, starting to recommendation with other people. At the closer to were countries in where women maybe were knowing, maybe where attendance is not for everyone, but is, is something that the half of the population can use. And the cluster one, we could talk about that a positional market that uh, people really know what they are using the tampons. They actually know that information. So in the question, um, should P&G continue with some brand adapted to an educational environment? In the point of view, actually P&G doesn't have to make the same strategy, because in that moment um, in which they buy the company, they have too much to know about the people, and have a very good advantage. Don't need to educate too much to the very to the old people about it. It's not necessary actually. Um, I think that this segmentation will end in that the closer two will not be the 50% of the women, it will be the 100% too. So this cluster two will unite with the first cluster, because all the women will use it, and the same thing will happen in the other in the third cluster, in the in terms of that people start to know about the product, start to if, broke that myths that don't let people use, don't let women use the product. So I think that um, use the same strategy will make them um, ignore the evolution of the market, and maybe they would start to be blind at the market and take bad decisions. So what I would say about what what would a P&G do is continue with the educational program, but starting to test how the culture is adapting to this product. Continuing with the second question, for each of the three cluster identifiers that TAM brands identify to resistance that will overcome, suggest possible approaches to overcome resistance to identity. Okay, this is the second thing that I put there. Um, I actually I would put an example that in which we could approximate the the phenomenon that's happening in that moment with the tampon and what's happening today with other inventions, like actually features that it's robots from Japan. If we go to the United States, to the same Japan, to the same United Kingdom, could industrialized and digitalized industries, very technological culture. Maybe if we put a robot to teach kids how they could talk English, maybe in the cluster one in these economies in these countries that are good positioned, it will be well received. Other thing could happen if we go to other countries that are in the middle. Maybe in this moment Brazil, maybe is maybe Russia, maybe Spain, people that are countries that are in the middle. What do you think it would happen if I put a robot in Spain, in those countries, to teach kids how to learn English? Maybe they would have a little bit resistance, like they will not be comfortable about that. Maybe they reject it, but someone could get it. So what would happen in the third cluster, like Bolivia, like the same Colombia? We put a robot that let teach people, teach kids how to learn English. Maybe their parents um, will not be agree with that. Maybe the kids will not learn the same. Maybe could happen a lot of things, but it will be very difficult to approach um, this this new innovation, this new opportunity. The same thing, the exact same thing happened in those three clusters in their culture, about a very positioned culture that know it all about the the functionality of the tampon. The women know how it works. The women know that they actually need it to survive or to be more comfortable about their life. And the same in the second cluster, maybe not all, but the half of the women would know that it's more comfortable, that it will give them some benefits. But in the third clusters, a new innovation, a new opportunity that maybe is not actually glorified will make a rejection, and maybe it would start to ex- explode some myths about the new opportunity that is happening. So this is my analysis about the two questions of the workshop of the 5Ks. I would like to know what do you think about the example that I made. If I'm clear with my English, maybe I need too much um, practice with that, but I would know if you like it. Um, I really enjoyed to learn and speak in English, so it's something I like. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the information. Agreed, and thank